I bet you any money these guys around me. I bet you.
Alright, what's good my broskies, good day, welcome back to another Stone Gamer video. Now I have some crazy foreshadowing there and some foresight. Pretty much predicted what was going to happen anyway, but if you give it, man, as cliche as it is, you got to take it. And I'm someone who can take jokes because I give jokes. I'm big on sense of humor, I'm big on having that a part of your demeanor. Overall, just not taking crap so serious. And there you go. One attempt. Pretty much in this gameplay, I am trying to fight the enemy, cap flags, be tactical, actually play the objective. Did you just hear me utter those words correctly? Did I just say I'm playing objective? Yes. So trying to cap flags, transport my teammates to other flags as well. And at the same time, we end up getting one of our best mortar streaks, I think, so far. I think it's like a 15 to 14 mortar kill streak whilst contesting the F flag. So that's pretty cool. So you're going to see multiple attempts from multiple different vehicles try and take me out so then they can get it. But so at the same time of me getting this high kill, decent gameplay, being OBJ King, I still managed to put up some high kills, and as you can see we're kind of losing as well, and it is a very, very close game down to the very end, and I think it comes down to less than 100 tickets. So unlucky we couldn't get the dub, but yeah, high action kill gameplay with all the craziness as well. But so one reason why I don't, like, a lot of people do rage at me for not having a lot of caps. The minibird, like if you try and cap flags in the minibird, dude, you're just a sitting duck. Someone could spawn on the flag, just easily RPG you or tow you. A vehicle can just come top down. So that's part of the reason why I don't play objective too much with the current map pool that we have now. If the maps were bigger, a lot more space, a lot more freedom to roam, and you couldn't really see me from your spawn, like it's not really like that on this map, but all the other maps, bro, they can just, it's a 750 meter locking range for most anti-air stuff, and you can just sit in your spawn and lock. It's just the worst design philosophy I've ever, I don't know, whatever, I'm not getting into it because it just pisses me off every time I think about the thought process behind the direction of this game. And I'm not trying to turn this into a negative video, but that's literally, I'm going to give you guys my real thoughts on the current situation. I can't help myself but tell the truth, bro. Is what it is, man. If you like people giving you fake ass reactions and all that crap, well then go to those channels, bro. But I keep it real here just to let you know, to the best of my ability. And that's just it, guys. I'm going to keep it real for as long as I possibly can. I want to do right by myself. I want to do right by the industry. I want to do right by humans in general. I love humans. I love art. We're good and bad. We're up and down. We're left and right. We're yin and yang. We're neutral, positive, and negative. We're protons, electrons, and neutrons. Alright, brothers? Alright, brothers and sisters? I am trying to create like a little community here, which is why I kind of like speak like this to let you guys know. Yeah, so that's the main role that I see fit for the LittleBird, and that's the way that I use the LittleBird, is more so than capping flags. I like to clear the flags and then hope somebody in my squad or on my team jumps in and then can jump out and cap the flag. Even I'd rather my teammates kind of like do that instead of like healing for me or capping, or for spotting for me. I think that's a much better thing, and that's overall how I think the LittleBird could be utilized and should be utilized, to clear flags, transport people and teammates. Overall, just do your best, and in stopping the enemy from getting to your closest flags. Like in this gameplay, they were way too strong at capping our closest flags. So a lot of the times you see me reverting back to those closest flags to my spawn, which is A and B for us, which is H and I for us. So then I can stop them from basically just spawn camping our vehicles. So if you see the enemy team kind of like pushing up to your spawn a lot, just do what you can with your boys to stop them from basically getting to your two closest flags. If you stop them from doing that, well then most of the fight pushes towards the middle map, and that's where the real conquest gameplay comes from. That's where it feels the best for these games. Instead of just spawn camping each other's spawns, just stop them. Like, you guys know when other teams cap the A flag and the B flag on, or the flags closest to my spawn, that it really gives me the poopies. So we got to stop them. And honestly, I came so close to being RPG'd here, but somehow they just get, like, when I do kind of circle around flags, I bob up and down, and I try and, like, make my aim shunty on purpose. Because in order to maneuver, I have to maneuver the whole helicopter, which in return, like, moves my aim or my crosshair all around the screen. It's not too hot for viewer purposes, but it does stop you from being RPG'd. And I think I hit a 15 mortar kill streak here, which is my best kill streak so far for the mortarers. And that just happened organically. I didn't even realize, and I was kind of lucky that I didn't waste the streak there, and I kept getting reoccurring kills as they kept spawning on the flag. But at the same time, I was dodging a lot of missiles, so it was kind of hard to keep my aim on point, but that's what I like to do. And it's also a tip for you as well. If you're not going to be aiming on the target, but then you can kind of position yourself in a way, bob up and down, and stop yourself from being so easily taken out by an RPG or explosive weapon in order to, you know, increase your survivability, continue getting those kills as they spawn onto the flags, if you get lucky. If you get lucky. But I thought that was a pretty decent mortar streak, and I think we go on some more mortar streaks inside of this video as well. A lot of the enemies now on this map have kind of figured out how people like to play this map and the routes that you can go. So this enemy team was no joke. It was a pretty competent enemy team. They were doing everything they could. I had some good teammates. Even though these guys have made my life hell since season 1, I'll still give them props, and I still have given all the OCE players props from the get-go. Yeah, I'm a troll. Yeah, I got a weird like sense of humor or whatever, but like at the end of the day, I've always given you guys your props, even if you are using it against me. I'd rather them ram the enemy team rather than try and ram me out of the helicopter. But you know, is what it is. Sometimes I'm a piece of crap too, and I troll. So that's why if shit like this happens, I've learned to just like let it. It is what it is. Who gives a shit, right? I'm just gonna keep trying to bring out high kill gameplays, regardless of what game I'm playing and what vehicle I'm using, or what infantry-based loadout I'm using. Got some cool FPS games coming up with War Dogs, GTA 6, Call of Duty. Yeah, there's a lot of fun games and good games to be playing soon for the FPS space, which I'm excited to check out and bring out some videos for you guys. I know I said I was excited to try the ports, and then I was also excited to try Halo Combat Evolved, but it seems to me like the overall game is probably good, but I just don't like how they infect a good story. Create a whole brand new story and infect it that way. You know what I mean? Instead of taking what's already good, what already has worked, and then adding in parts that don't belong just to appeal to a different audience, so then they can feel included and inclusive, and it gives the people creating it because they can market it towards those people. Again guys, I'm team human race, but I'm not team infecting a good story with bullshit, and that's where I'm gonna leave that. But you know, Spider-Man was pretty good, but like there's still a lot of advertising inside of the movie, bro. It's like they were afraid they weren't gonna make money in their bottom line. So just in case the movie was crap, they bombarded it with some advertising, but at least it was kind of like merged and blended with the flow of the movie. I think they still kind of did it in a sly way, which is nice, but at least movies are kind of like getting their feel back. Same goes for Hollywood, bro. Overall, that industry needs all the good press that they can get, right? Without all the wickedness and crap like that, it's just better when they overall can just create good movies. And you know, if you know, you know. Fucking Hollywood, CIA, mind control, programming. It's just like all of that stuff. People are pretty aware to it now. So just create good stories, tell good stories, and make good movies. And yeah, I'll honestly say Spider-Man, it was a solid watch. It's a good, solid Spider-Man movie. Another thing that we like to cover here on the channel is kind of like, yeah, so you got the round 24 of NRL, and also we're getting towards the semis of AFL as well. But you had Sydney Roosters beating Penrith. That's 2 L's from Penrith, bro. Very interesting as we close down towards the finals, because they kind of have remained dominant on top of the ladder for the longest time. We had Dolphins have been surprisingly good as well. Solid, strong team all year round, bro. South Sydney saved themselves from being knocked out by the Canterbury Bulldogs with a 22-6 defeat. I honestly thought Canberra Raiders might have defeated, you know, Sharks, and they did. Sorry, other way around. I was honestly thinking Sharks were going going to beat Canberra Raiders, but Canberra Raiders, man, way too strong, bro. Up the middle as well in attack and defense. Couple tries disallowed from the Sharkies, but nonetheless, it was a very close game, which was 24-20. Canberra Raiders winning. A massive upset from Parramatta Eels as well. So a lot of upsets this round, lads, with them defeating the Queensland Cowboys by 2 points, 32. Warriors pretty much sent Broncos back home galloping, because they destroyed the Broncos 40-6 in just an overall dominant performance from start to finish. But fans, we love to watch it and see it. Pretty much you had Newcastle Knights defeating Gold Coast Titans, and then St. George, lad, we just beat the West Tigers, bro, by 2 points. So St. George, basically my team I follow, we've been doing it pretty rough with just our roster changes overall. Whenever we get good players, we're like the team that, like, all the good players come through and then they get bought out by other teams. So unfortunately for us, we've just had Dragons hasn't had enough time to marinate with the player base, and we've had some just issues with coaching as well. So there's like a lot of drama intertwined with the club, but we're sorting it out, we're figuring it out. And I think as the players can trust each other more, like just learn to overall be a team, do it all for the club, mate, and for themselves and for their families and friends and whatnot, and then for the fans. I think we're in for a good couple of years. You know, I'm still riding off the high from 2010's grand final, lads. I was a teenager at the time. I'll never forget that team with Benny Hornby, Ben Craig, Dean Young, Lance Thompson, Matt Cooper, many other greats, Denny Bride. I think Denny McBride was maybe a hooker at the time. Or no, it was Riddell. It was Riddell, Little Piggy. There's a lot of greats there that I'm missing out from the names. Wendell Saylor, a winger. Man, such good players and good forwards and good backs as well. But that's a quick little recap in the round of sports. As for AFL, I don't really deeply watch all of the AFL games like I do NRL. Just because I'm from Sydney, I follow Sydney Swans, and let's see how they're going actually. So it's actually round 23 in the AFL at the moment. So apparently Sydney Swans comfortably defeated Essendon at the MCG to lock in second place, ensuring that they will host a quarterly final here in Sydney. Let's go, mate. I know back in the day Sydney Swans used to be good, and then they had a couple rough years as well. What the hell? Carlton and Western Bulldogs tied for 82 points. Is that common? I don't feel like that's very common in AFL. You got the GWS Giants, they pumped West Coast. Melbourne pumped Port Adelaide. Collingwood and Hawthorn tied. Brisbane Lions defeated Gold Coast. North Melbourne got defeated by Geelong. Richmond got defeated by St Kilda. Beat Adelaide. Alright, man. Alright, so there's still a fair decent amount of teams to go. Still a lot of close games to go, but yeah, as long as Sydney Swans are doing well, I'm bloody happy, mate. I am jumping on the bandwagon with AFL, but it's just not the predominant sport I grew up watching. It was mainly NRL, then cricket, and a bit of AFL, and get into a bit of golf as well, mate. So that is a little breakdown from some sports that I'm watching currently at the moment, and of course I'm watching also UFC. That's what I kind of want to talk about in my videos, so you're going to hear me talking about, because you know that's currently what I'm watching and I'm doing, and I want to connect a little bit more. Bro, so please. That is all. Now let's get into another topic, and that topic is video games. Yeah, I really like video games. I have played them for a long time, and I think they're a great tool for your brain. I think they're very good for when you get older as well, and you want to increase the grey matter inside of your brain, and you want to increase your problem solving, your pattern recognition. Like, there's a lot of good things that I can't bring to the forefront of my brain to explain to you guys in a scientific way, because I struggle with that, and I have my whole life struggled with the articulation to choose the right word for what my brain's thinking. But I understand it. It's like in school, I kind of understood most of what I was learning, but I struggled to articulate it. Always struggled with that. It's like I understand a lot of concepts. I understand a lot of formulas. I understand a lot of universal laws, a lot of laws to do with nature, a lot of laws to do with just everyday human life and what people take upon them, the job that they do. I understand electrical concepts. I understand mechanical concepts. I understand nature's concepts, but I struggle at explaining things. Like the same with spelling. Like I will always put like a letter in front of the other and spell it wrong, but I still spell most of the word right. Or like I won't be able to like sometimes even spell the most simplest words, but I can spell like a super complicated word. I have a great memory for like stories and concepts, but when it comes time for me to put it to paper, there's some type of disconnect. I'm pretty interested in exploring that, and I want to know what that is. But I understand it in my brain, but I suck at explaining it. I've got a couple of gameplays. They're not really like over 100 kill gameplays, but they're still decent gameplays. And there has been a couple of changes that I've seen that they're going to be doing to the boats and the igla. Appreciate you guys listening. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay. Remember guys, these guys have trolled me since season 1. Now I've built the pattern recognition and I understand it now. I think because I was new to the Battlefield community, they just wanted to show me the worst side of it first, because most of the people who have been here the longest have gone through what I've currently been going through. So maybe it's a rite of passage, maybe it's a bit of gatekeeping, who knows, but all I know is I'll see you guys in the next one. Leave a comment, let me know what you thought about the gameplay below. Peace.